that we didn't touch on, another story that we didn't touch on, is the protests that have been taking place, more specifically in Mpumalelo. And I remember seeing on my crime group that there were people that were basically vandalizing and throwing stones at cars that were parked at one of the dealerships there. And you ask yourself, what are they really trying to do? Because the same dealerships are the ones that are creating business for the people at the end of the day. So it's actually sad, truly speaking, to just vandalize a dealership just because you are unhappy of a service delivery. And apparently the residents of Nombumelelo who have been protesting for more than a week are demanding to meet the executive mayor and are alleged to be behind the vandalism of the properties and vehicles that happened on Thursday night and at the Buffalo Toyota and at ESCOM. I mean, guys, come on. This is so uncalled for. I mean, there's other ways to to try and solicit an appointment or to meet someone, but not in this manner. As much as those cars are insured, but the inconvenience of basically, getting those car fixed and imagine someone who has just bought a car for the first time and they get told that we won't be able to release your car because your car has been vandalized, has been damaged because there was a protest the night before. That is so uncalled for. That is so uncalled for. And apparently in one of the videos, a container of petrol allegedly failed to petrol bomb was left in the parking area yapa at Toyota. I mean, come on, come on. And apparently, one of the demands by the protesters includes wanting the removal of what councillor Otile Wapaya. So, I mean, kwabanzima ngoku ukubheka eCity Hall ke xa caba ke they are really disgruntled baye phaya submit petition yabo and the issues that they are having with the particular ward councillor or whatever issues that they have with the municipality, because now damaging private property, it's really so uncalled for. But sometimes people are not as thinking straight or clearly when they're planning izinto. So it's sad. It's sad. I know that there's been also been a protest where you'd see the N6 being blocked, because by a protest and yonke loo nto. So I mean, you are damaging the road, number one. Number two, the same road often uyisebenzisile when you're catching a taxi izovalwa, and then funeka walk at a certain distance to go and catch a taxi, because when you entertain something that at the end is costing you unnecessarily. So ininzi man into eyenzekayo. And yesterday there was a rally. In fact, ayona rally, I won't say rally, but it was a manifesto to review decisions that were taken in 2019. Ibiyenziwe ke loo nto ke naseBhayi last month, and apparently kuthiwa the president was a no-show. I'm not sure ke kwenzeka ntoni, but ke nonetheless ke he didn't come. And but iqhubekekile ke imbizo, and I know that Minister Gwede Mandashe was in attendance, and it was unclear why the president's visit had been cancelled. I know when they had the 2019 manifesto review in Gqeberha, it coincidentally clashed with a funeral of the late Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. So obviously he had to attend that one because it was a state funeral. So that was understandable. So ke abantu ke I'm not sure ke kuba kuzokwenzeka ntoni, because irally ibisemdantsane Isisadukashe, and yeah, he didn't attend. So yeah, so that's what happened. That's what went down yesterday in East London. And apparently there was some floods in India as well, where I think they call them glacial floods, whereby there was damage to a whole lot of infrastructure and people, dying and so forth. So this climate change is really hitting hard now. I think Sibona apa bana things are really bad, climate wise. And I remember when I was still in high school, we used to be taught about the ozone layer and how there's a hole there and yeah. So I think ezo zinto ke are coming to the fore now because it's been a long time and there's a lot that is, damaging the environment and other aspects of the environment. And then another story that caught my eye, apparently, the parliament has quietly handed its CEO, Mr. George, a salary hike of almost 70% to a whopping 4.4 million per annum, despite insisting last year that he would be earning much less than he had earned as head of another government agency. So apparently, the speaker and NCOP chair, they they were the ones. There were some of the people that agreed that he would be paid 2.6 a year to yabo. So andazi ke kwenzeka ntoni akwathini, but ke apparently ke yeah, ubambe umgodlo omkhulu. So I guess abantu will always get what they want at the end. So, but again, that is what is happening. So at least yaniyavuya ufumene ethe xhaxha mntakabawo increase. And then there's also a story that's been making rounds. It actually made rounds from last week. I got a message from someone. In fact, it was a news article that was going to be published in one of the newspapers last week, Sunday. I think it was the Sunday Times. Yes, it was the Sunday Times, and apparently there was this company, Utuja Holdings. I think maybe we should get someone from there just give us a synopsis of what is actually happening. Because apparently, Le Kambani, it was registered 10 days before the deal was signed. Apparently, there were lots of pressures being exerted at certain people to get this a tender signed and sealed and delivered, basically. Yeah, also, but you get to resistance of certain people. I think they blew the lid on it, and then the minister, or Mr. Minister Nxesi, put a hold on the deal in January after a Sunday Times expose, and in February ordered a forensic investigation into it. So ininzi mani into eyenzekayo, and at the same time, you don't want to associate it with the fact that there's going to be, elections next year and stuff. Surely, I mean, 5 billion, I think it's 5 billion. Yeah, 5 billion. Yeah, so, and the DG is being implicated. So there's a lot that is happening. Maybe we can just try and get clarity on, on what is actually happening and so forth. But ke kunzima. Abantu, some people are fighting for their, for their positions. Others, they want to make sure bana they are sorted. So ininzi mani into eyenzekayo. And also there was, how can I forget this one? First Rand Bank. It appointed CEO Umeri Vilakazi. Apparently, she has held various positions, First Rand and other financial institutions. So she's going to be, well, she is the new appointed CEO, Yasef First Rand Bank. And she says she's hoping that her appointment will inspire township residents and women to climb the corporate ladder. So, ingathi ke usisi ungowase Alex, yes kuthiwa Vilakazi was born and grew up in Alexandra, Johannesburg. Yes, so yes, people are making things happen. They are climbing that ladder. So at the end of the day, you must not give up on your dreams. You must work hard, and also make sure that you don't have detractors that say you will not get what you set your eyes on, because everything happens in good time. So don't ever give up. So now we're gonna go to music, and we're gonna have our guest coming in at 4 o'clock. And then we're gonna have a nice conversation. The name of that segment will go heart to heart. So we're gonna have him for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna discuss why Balela later. Oh, bhuti Solomzi. Yeah, well, so we're gonna just break it down and converse over it. So for now, we're gonna go to music. Let's have a double play. Why not? Hey, let's have a double play, and then we're gonna go into the interview. Enjoy.